Chief Hoshimi Miyabi of Section 6, you are suspected of endangering public safety and shall be arrested immediately.
Miss Hoshimi Miyabi, we have something very important to tell you.
Alright, so nothing's going on with Miyabi. For some reason the police are after her now. More than likely getting framed for something. Animation looks good as always.
Do you really believe that the inheritance traditions are right? My blade is ready.
The sword attacks look clean. Weird. Okay, that's pretty neat. Where she's an ice character, but she has like blue fire.
Take him down.
Alright. Okay, so he switches between bows and the bow and the sword. Pretty cool.
Hold it!
I've got you now!
Eat my dust. Watch out! Ether activity is rising! Maggie!
Okay, so we got the Sons of Caledon mixing it up with, crap, I can't remember the name of these guys' group. Yanagi's group.
We've got company.
Oh, we got Billabong here too.
We absolutely cannot let him get away.
Section 6.
Section
Operation
6.
Start.
Okay, so everyone's getting together, it almost seems like. Pretty neat.
现在让我们回到战斗中，看看雅是如何发挥自己的能力的吧。新建雅的斩击会对敌人造成裂双伤害，因为目标附着冰焰，持续对附着冰焰的敌人攻击，积累裂双属性异常积蓄槽。当积满时，则会触发特殊的冻结、碎冰和伤寒效果。
没错，当新建雅对敌人释放伤寒效果时，会消除冰焰，并触发双灼破，对目标造成大量的裂双伤害，同时使目标进入双灼状态。该状态下，全队对目标累积的属性异常积蓄值都会提升。
好厉害的能力，
like
可以是虚兽级别的强者。
Unique anomaly trigger， pretty cool。
触发双灼破时，新建雅还能获得落伤点数。
不仅如此，雅的武艺同样登峰造极。点按强化特殊键，雅会快速前冲，对敌人造成伤害。此时如能量足够，可再次点按强化特殊技，雅会回身抽刀释放斩击，对敌人进行追击。两段强化特殊技都会为雅积累落伤点数。当积累了足够的落伤点数后，长按普攻，新建雅将会收刀进入双月架时，并开始蓄力。根据蓄力消耗的落伤点数。新建雅拔刀向前发动强力斩击，造成大量裂双伤害。
值得注意的是，当队伍中存在支援或同阵营角色时，任意角色触发紊乱效果，新建雅也可以获得落伤点数。
接下来，让我们进实战看看。实战中，当新建雅通过攻击触发双灼破，使敌人进入双灼状态后，可以提升全队属性异常积累效率。此时切换其他代理人进场攻击，从而触发紊乱，并为新建雅积攒落双点数。再次切换新建雅入场，则可以发动双月攻击敌人。当能量充足时，释放终结技，雅会拔刀挥舞，释放出超大范围的斩击，造成大量裂双伤害，并获得落双点数。
Damn，
这是华丽又强力的招式。若是有刀剑的神灵存在，能使出
发动强化特殊技。幽针将向前方发射飞刃和强化箭矢，造成伤害的同时生成机关电弧。发动招式期间，幽针具有无敌效果。
当场上存在电弧时，长按特殊技或普攻能激活电弧攻击敌人，并对其施加识文字标记。存在拥有识文字标记的敌人时，幽针会进入醒觉状态。在此状态下，幽针可以使用冲刺攻击突进至敌人身前，并释放强力的斩击。
Baby, new drive disc. This is going to be strictly for Miyabi, so good thing I hadn't started my disk drive farm for Miyabi yet, but crit damage plus 16. When anomaly of mastery exceeds or equals 115 points, the equipper's crit damage increases by 30%. When any squad member applies freeze or triggers the shatter effect on an enemy, the equipper's crit rate increases by 12%, lasting 15 seconds. All right. Very interesting. It's seeming like she's going to be kind of a hybrid anomaly crit rate, crit damage type character. Really, really, really fucking interesting. And then the second one, Astral Voice. Attack plus 10%. Whenever the squad member enters the field using a quick assist, all squad members gain 1 stack of Astral, up to a maximum of 3 stacks, and lasting 15 seconds. Repeated triggers reset the duration. Each stack of Astral increases the damage dealt by the character entering the field using a quick assist by 8%. Only one instance of this effect can exist among the squad. I believe that's what it says underneath there. So, very much a support type disc set, and then pretty much a Miyabi set. All right, not bad, not bad.
和精听佳音套装。
为了感谢各位神将们一直以来对我们的支持，我们准备了一份宝礼，新代理人千羽优真，将免费赠送给各位玩家。
They're giving away Harumasa, the electric bow dude, for free.
同时，我们还会一并送上代理人资深。
And they're also going to give you the materials necessary to getting to level 40. So, limited S rank agent. Just log in and you get him. Damn. Oh my god. Alright, so they're doing the Harumasa right out of the gate. You get Harumasa. And then Miyabi's banner at the same time. But because they're doing everything, they're front loading the update. Miyabi and Harumasa's banners, along with their W engine banners, are happening all at the same fucking time. That's crazy. Alright guys, so we're going to switch over to the Hoyo Lab article on everything coming in Zenless Zone Zero, so I can just kind of go over it with you guys. But yeah, we're getting the 2 new characters, Miyabi and Harumasa. Harumasa is going to be given away to us for free. The 2 W engines for their respective characters. Their banners will be going on at the same time. So if you're wanting to get Harumasa's W engine, bam, there it is. If you want to get Miyabi's W engine along with pulling for Miyabi, you can do that as well. 2 new Bangboos, the A rank and the S rank. New area. Look at Miyabi and her banner. If you want to know what the 2 A ranks are going to be, it's Piper and Sukaku. And if you do want to pull for copies of Harumasa, even though you're getting him for free, his banner will be Lucy and Seth along with him. Now, this is really important because these 2 events are actually going to be probably really good. One is an event, the other is going to be new permanent in-game content. And this one might also be permanent just because it's in the Hollow Zero, and usually stuff in the Hollow Zero sticks around. But with the Hollow Zero Shadows Lost event, this is going to be really important because it's going to allow us to get new gear. And that new gear is going to, some of that new gear, I should say, because they say some, will allow our characters to have unique new abilities. Alright, so here's a look at some of the gear, and then eventually they're going to get their gear that gives them a new ability. So here you see Ellen attacking this robot, and then eventually she's going to, bam, send out that slicing attack, and then with Yanagi, she flies up in the air, and I'm assuming there's just one long iframe, and she's just raining down lightning. And then eventually dives like she does with her sexy dive with the spear behind her with one big lightning strike. That is pretty nuts. So really cool that they have this whole thing going on where you can potentially get gear that gives you new passive or straight up new abilities altogether. And as they say here, Miyabi, Ellen, Yanagi, and Billy will be out of the gate getting some of that gear. And then in future versions, more agents will also get some of this unique gear too. So that is pretty cool that they're going as far as to adding gear that could potentially change the game, because this could have future ramifications where if maybe a character is falling behind for whatever reason due to some aspect of their kit sucking ass or just falling off, there can be gear that they can get in the future that can potentially change the game for them and improve their kit or whatever ability that's just sucking ass. So that is really cool. And then next is a new permanent in-game content mode called Deadly Assault. And this is really interesting because, as you can see here with the roster here, you need 3 teams. So boom, go over here and you're fighting, and it's a different boss with each room or TV, whatever you want to call it. I'll just say room or phase. So this group here will have to fight a particular enemy. This group in the middle will have to fight a particular enemy. And then this third group that they haven't sorted out, but that'll be a third group that you will have to fight another enemy. Really cool stuff. Just new game modes that change the game and new end game that you need to make sure you're geared for when taking on this content. And they're updating the whole campaign commission thing. If you don't want to take on the TV mode stuff, you can choose to decide how you want to go about doing that. You can either do a sort of platforming thing with your Bangbu or Use, and then if you want to actually do it the traditional way, the way the game released with, you can do the TV mode. So you have 2 options on how you want to progress through that content, either platformer with Use or TV mode. They're also updating the whole decibel and ultimate situation. Each character now has their own decibel meter that leads to their ults. Therefore, every character now has their own ult they can pop. Now, I am kind of concerned how that works for support characters, mostly because you're not typically slaying out with supports. So I'm not sure if this will be a big positive change for support characters, but I would have to wait and see. It's a 100% a wait and see approach to see how this works with supports. When it comes to like your main DPS and sub DPS characters, I can see this working out fine. It's really just support characters I'm kind of concerned with on how this new system for the ults will work. You can now have more characters you can switch and stroll around with in the city, unlike the few that we only have in the game currently. So more characters you can kind of run around with. And then a quick sweep function for the Shiyu defense. What this is basically think of Honkai Star Rail with the Memory of Chaos or Pure Fiction or Apocalyptic Shadow. If you manage to clear it, the next time you run it, you will only have to start at a halfway point. As long as you clear it at that halfway point, you will get all the rewards from the previous nodes. So in this case, you will be able to quick clear the first 3 frontiers in a current season and then be able to progress from there. So literally the same kind of situation as Honkai Star Rail, with the pretty much cutting the time in half that you'll need to do it. Then they're adding a new mode called Quality Time. Quality of time is basically just being able to run around with a character and just kind of hang out with them. So, and you can even like stop with them and they'll talk with you about some certain area, so on and so forth. Or you can take pictures with them. You can do whatever you want. You can also run around with them. They don't show that in this clip. They're just showing the part where they'll stop and talk to you somewhere. But they'll also run around with you and check out stuff and so on and so forth. The devs here are definitely trying to make the game better. They're definitely trying to get the hype train going with this update. having Miyabi right out of the gate, along with throwing us Harumasa also out of the gate, but we're getting Harumasa for free. So great stuff. Great stuff. And then the optimizations with the gameplay also looks great. Now every character is able to pop their own individual ults. I am kind of concerned how that will work for supports because you're not slaying out with supports typically. So that will be a little interesting to see how that plays out. But overall, I think that's a really good addition. The new areas look good. The story actually looks interesting. I've been warming up to Zenless Zone Zero story, but it's been a mixed bag. But I have been warming up to it, especially with the recent stuff going on in the story. But overall, I think it looks really good. I'm happy to see what happens with 1.4 for Zenless Zone Zero and checking it out. But I definitely want to hear what you guys think, so definitely head down to the comments down below. Let me know what you guys think of Zenless Zone Zero's update 1.4. Are you excited for Miyabi? Are you excited for Harumasa? Are you excited to check out the game, see what new stuff is going on, especially with the new gameplay stuff? Let me know in the comments down below what you guys are thinking. And with that being said, definitely hit that like and subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. And with that, I'll catch you guys later.